What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me get this shared up real quick so I could jump in and out of here. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Um, if you're on YouTube, just like, subscribe. There you go with that. If you're on if you're on if you're on Facebook, then you already know what you can do. You can follow whatever the case may be. So that's how we're gonna do that there. Get this shared up real fast. Don't have much for today. Taking it light. Got some information like always. Let's talk about it. First thing first, we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to Kevin Roth. Y'all know who he is. He is my meteorologist. So you would click on one of these links over here, like that one right there. Click on that. Get to the weather, and then so we're looking at right now. Colorado at Boston, some light spotty drizzles at time. I don't think we see anything heavy enough to stop play. Winds a bit out to left, a bit right to left at 10 miles an hour. So that's the only weather concerns that we got right now. So there we have that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah. So today, taking it easy today, but I'm gonna come at you guys with some information. Hopefully, some information that you guys will be able to use. It's pretty late right now, but hey, who cares? Better late than never. So first game we got on the docket here, we got the Atlanta Braves and the Detroit Tigers. We got Morton on the mound, and we don't have a pitcher out for Detroit right now. So that's really kind of that's really worrisome right now. We don't have a pitcher out. At the end of the day, no matter what, you see that big minus 220 favorites here. Not a big fan of the Detroit Tigers here. All right, so it is what it is. They probably still find a way to lose the game if they whatever. So Charlie Morton, looking at Charlie Morton, just checking out some of his splits right now. He's been okay. All right. Home runs, 4 home runs to lefties and righties, so that's pretty much okay there. Looking at some of the splits here. Let's go down to some of these advanced numbers with the strikeouts here. So he does have decent K stuff. He's been known for that already. 28% to lefties, 21% to righties. K percentage is up at home for sure. Versus on the road, but not too bad. Now on the road versus right hand pitching, his K percentage goes down to 19.2. Other than that, he's been okay. All right, so he does pitch better at home, but I think he should be able to handle this Detroit team here. We don't have any numbers right now. We'll see. All right, so we're still waiting on Detroit news here. It's going to be Detroit or nothing for me in this spot here. Simple. I mean, it's probably going to be. I don't know who's going to pitch. So that's what I'm waiting on. Colorado Rockies at Boston Red Sox. Here we got an over under 9.5 in the spot. The Colorado Rockies at Boston Red Sox. We got Seabold on the mound. We got Paxton on the mound. I do have some batters in my fantasy player pool here. A few of them, but some of these ballparks and stuff like that, you have to notice and know what these teams do inside their ballpark. For Boston, for example, at home. So sometimes you have to filter and look at these splits and stuff like that. At home versus Sebo, what is he? He's a righty. Yeah, so that's even. I mean, at home versus right hand pitching. Let's see. Boston at home versus right hand pitching on the season. As you can see, they top 10 WRC plus on the season right now. So that's at home versus right hand pitching. On the season, just in general. So in general, they're 11 WRC plus versus right hand pitching right now. All right, that's in general. I mean, and 13 in on base percentage right now. That's in general. But at home, they're a little bit better at home. Okay, they're a little bit better at home in Fenway, and then you can get and then we have Colorado, coming over from a series in Denver. So you know how You know how that altitude can mess with things and stuff like that. No days rest, nothing like that. So things can be crazy. So I do like in Texas and snaps and shit. Yeah, I do like Boston here to put up runs here. All right, they got an implied total. They team total is sitting at 5.5, so we expect runs to be put up in this spot here. There's a bat on a bat or two on the left on the Colorado side that you can look at here. Let me see. That I have in my player pool. Let me check my player pool here. It's going to be Ryan McMahon, this number's great out where he's only 0 for 2, so he didn't see anything right now. But Paxton, he's giving up his worst stuff to left-handed batters, man. Over 1,000 OPS. So if you want to look at somebody like McMahon, be my guest right there. Okay, so and then you're gonna get pretty good. You're gonna get pretty good numbers versus him. Let's see. For like hits, runs, and RBIs, I was looking at it. You can get some value if you want to go there. A nice, decent little straight bet. You can get a hits, runs, and RBIs for him at a plus 105. So it is what it is. But as a whole here, I'm giving a lean towards Boston here for the simple fact that Paxton, number one, he does got pretty good case stuff here. Looking at his case stuff, I could look at this case stuff from right here instead of bouncing around and shit like that. But let's see. His case stuff is looking like 17% versus lefties and 37% versus righties. And overall, he's a 33% K rate. He's got a 33% K rate. So, and he's been striking out people throughout his career. So he does got good K stuff. And he's a lefty. So versus lefties, this is where Colorado, they just don't hit lefties well, man. They WRC plus. They last in the league in the last 30 days. Striking out versus lefties, they are fourth in the league. On the season, I'm sorry. And they fourth in the league in striking out versus lefties. All right. Let's see. Last 30 days, they WRC plus. Third worst WRC plus, and third worst K percentage versus lefties. And then WRC plus, they are still at a 50. That's 50 below average. That's terrible. And they on the road. That's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So everything points towards Boston there. As you can see, minus 250 favorites there. I do expect runs to be put up in this one, especially on the Boston side. So you could look at hits, runs, and RBIs and stuff like that from your favorite batters. I didn't single out a favorite batter or nothing like that. But, K's for like Paxton, they're in play. I don't know if about getting up to a 7.5, but it's definitely in play. San Francisco Giants at St. Louis Cardinals. We got Webb on the mound. We got Liberatore on the mound. We got over under 8 in this spot. And yeah, so bats here that I was looking at here. In my player pool, I think I have 1 or 2 bats. So, Flores, Haniger, J.D. Davis, Estrada. Now, Estrada and J.D. Davis was the bats that I was really, really looking at, okay? But I was looking at a few pitch mixes and stuff like that. Haniger and Wilmer Flores, they got in there. You know what I'm saying? They got in there. Liberatore, he pitches his worst pitches towards right-hand batters there. As you can see, Liberatore. This will be his 5th game pitched, and he given up 4 runs in each and every last one of those there. So, in his last 2 games there. So there you have that. Hits allowed, he's giving up 7 hits and 5 hits there. So there you have that. Now, I was looking at the pitch mix, and that's how a couple of those guys slipped through the crack there. So that's just a fantasy player pool that you guys seen, but it is what it is. Let's see. What pitch mix was that? Those guys you can look. You can look at those guys for hits and shit like that, because I was looking at that curveball where he's throwing in that fastball sinker. So Wilmer Flores, not a big sample size, but he's not that bad versus that, versus lefties in that pitch. Slater, he's looked pretty good, not a big sample size in there. You know what I'm saying? That's how those guys got through there. Haniger, not for this pitch, but maybe that fastball sinker is probably where Haniger popped up at. Flores, but he's just really showing out. You know what I'm saying? He's showing out against those two pitches. And then, like I said, just that four seamer, everybody hits a four seamer, like, it is what it is. So, Wilmer Flores, and I was looking at maybe maybe a hits run in RBIs. I don't know, or just throwing them in a hit parlay. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't talk you off of that. I mean, let's see. Let's see what the numbers is. This is hits, runs, and RBIs right here. So somebody like Estrada, and I already like Estrada, and you can see they like him too at a -150. Flores minus 125 for a hits, run, and RBI. And I like somebody like if you get JD in the lineup, he's the power guy. I like him for a home run. All right, what's up, Kobe? Hits allowed. The 5 hits allowed for who? Liberatore? I don't know. Let me see. Liberatore hits allowed. I like to target, he's hit this number his last 2 games. I like to target those San Francisco bats versus lefties, versus righties. As you can see, they WRC pluses on the season right now is 24. They 24th, and then on base percentage they 22nd. So I don't know, man. But with some of those guys right there that I was looking at, it's a possibility. I want to see what the lineup's going to be like, man. But I probably won't be going to the hits allows, though. I probably would not. All right. There was a couple bats that stood out on the other side too, but we got Webb on the mound, so it is what it is. Let's see, who did I put in there? We know that Goldschmidt is always up. I didn't put any bats in there, so we know Goldschmidt is always in play. All right, for hits or whatever the case may be. This is a game here. What I like here. Los Angeles Angels and Texas Rangers here. We got an over under 9, and it's 9.5 in this spot. All right, now. Let me see. Either way it goes, we got some bats that grade out well here. Mike Trout and Ohtani, they grade out really, really well for me in this spot here. Mike Trout's really looking like he grades out a little bit better than Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys, home run candidates, hits, runs, and RBIs candidates. We got over under 9.5 in this spot. Not a fan of Anderson or Dunning, to tell you the truth. So I really like these guys in this spot here. And I like some other guys in this spot too. The other guys, I like. I think it was too many that I didn't put them down. But Aroldis Garcia here, Josh Young here. Anderson, he gives up the most his worst pitches versus righties there. So Tyler Anderson, it's a lot. Jonah Heim, he's 5-9 with a home run versus this guy already. It's a lot, man. So I really like this game here, and like I said, I like both sides, man. I like both sides of this game. So I can see this game going over. I can see the over, popping off in this one here. Like versus right hand pitching. Let's see. They ain't done it. Los Angeles Angels, they number 6 in WRC plus and 10th in on base percentage. And then you got Texas, number 3 in WRC plus, number 1 in on base percentage. Yes, I like this game. I like runs to be put up in this one here. I like this game here. All right, I like this game. All right, so I'm gonna lean towards the over in this spot. And then Cincinnati Reds at Kansas City Royals here. We got an over under 8.5. Greinke is better at home than he is on the road. That's one thing. Then you got Weaver on the mound. All right, we got Kansas City. They're the favorites here. Then we got Weaver on the mound. Weaver been giving it up. Okay, so if I'm betting this game, I'm probably just gonna sprinkle some on the Kansas City Royals here. I don't know how I want to attack it, whether team total or whether whatever. I don't know how I want to attack it though. Looking at Luke Weaver here, earn runs 7.3, 4.4, 4.4. He's giving it up right now. Hits allowed 6, 7, 3, 8, 7. 4, 9, 8. So they have that. The walks, the outs he's pitched. So he's been trying to stay in the game. So that bodes well for me when it comes to looking for runs to be put up in this one here. So can't see they are fifth in striking out, but I probably don't want to look at the strikeout props here. All right. Bats here. I was looking at Salvi Perez. He just went home run. He might be still be hot. Luke Weaver gives up a 900 OPS to lefties and righties. So hey, you know what I'm saying? I just put Salvi in there as one of my favorite bats, one of my home run candidates today. I just put him up there for a home run candidate right now. But like I said, he's giving up a 900 OPS to lefties and righties. So even if you want to look at a team total for Kansas City, which would probably be 4.5. Let's take a look right now, real quick. I'd imagine it's going to be 4.5 here. 4, a solid 4. You can get a push. All right, you can get a push right there. Cincinnati Reds team total sitting at 4. Both of them sitting at 4 at a -128. I do expect runs to be put up in this one here. Like I said, my top home run candidate is probably going to be Salvi Perez, and I don't bet on too many games. If I was betting on this game, I probably would give the benefit of the doubt to Kansas City here in this spot. I just fading Weaver. All right, but like I said, you could if you like Kansas City, then you could probably take the team total at 4. You know what I'm saying? And just live with that and don't worry about anybody winning the game here. All right, so lean towards the team total over 4 for me. All right, that's probably the better, and the home run prop would be for me, probably as of right now, for sure. I have to look at an MJ Melendez or something like that, but Salvi Perez, looking at him, probably stay hot there. Didn't too much look at this Philly game, but we got an over under 10 in this spot. And I'm gonna like this game for definitely looking at it for hits, runs, and RBIs, etc. like that. Looking at some of the bats that I have, I had Schwarber, the lefties. So you could target lefties versus Tommy Henry. He's giving up a 923 OPS versus lefties. So Schwarber, Stott. I had those lefties in there. And one thing about Harper is he hits righties better than he hits lefties, but you could target him too. I didn't put him in my player pool, but you can target him too. So the lefties versus Tommy Henry here I was looking at, and then Strom does has good case stuff. I don't know how long he's going to pitch, whatever the case may be. I didn't really analyze that, but looking at the left-hand batters here, I don't really want to pick a side right now. Last year, I was looking at numbers from last year. Philadelphia, they beat up on Tommy Henry last year. But some of these Arizona bats, like it was 2 that did great out well, but I don't know if I was going to get there. So like now, if I fade, let's see. I had Evan Longoria in there. He's got 2 home runs. He's 3 for 6 versus him with 2 home runs. He hits lefties really, really good. And then Christian Walker, he's 2 for 12. He doesn't have a home run, but he hits lefties well, but he's due for a home run because I took him at 2 games in a row and I lost money on him. So he's due for a home run. Those are a couple of bats that I'm looking at, but you can look at those guys for hits, runs, and RBIs as well. Tampa Bay Rays at Oakland Athletics here. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Now we know everything about Tampa Bay Rays. All right, we know everything. At the end of the day, look at the 1.5. It's sitting at -170. You know what I'm saying? But we already know that. But let's take a look at the Oakland side again. I went over this yesterday, and I'm gonna go over it again. Okay, I'm gonna go over it again. All right. So now on the season, let's look at on the season here. So on the season, Zach Eflin. The Oakland on the season, they striking out the 3rd most versus right-hand pitching. WRC plus is at 24th on last 24th. All right, they 24th in WRC plus. That's not good. That's on the season. But let's filter this here. versus right-hand pitching. Last last 2 weeks now. You notice they've been fucking up y'all parlays and shit, right? Last 2 weeks, strikeout percentage. On the season they striking out the third most, but last 2 weeks, they 20th. No, that's they 22nd at 20% striking out in striking out versus right hand pitching. What are they on the season? They are third on the season, but last 2 weeks they've been better. Now, let's go back again. They're on the season, they 24th in WRC plus, but last 2 weeks, they are fifth in WRC plus. Okay, so and you can see yesterday what they do. Now, yesterday I said I like the strikeouts for the White Sox pitchers. I forgot his name. I took his strikeouts at 5.5. He went out there and did good. All right, but they ended up putting 8 runs up yesterday. They ended up putting up 8 runs. Okay, so Oakland, fifth in WRC plus right now. They've been better the last 2 weeks. So they have they have an over under 8.5 in this spot. A Rays team can put that shit up themselves. There were some bats that I was looking at here that kind of graded out well, but I didn't add them to my player pool. Let me see. I didn't add them to my player pool, but I can go through and show you guys some of this shit. They not the best bats, man, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you're looking for some hits and shit like that, you trying to do some same game parlays and shit like that, because this game, this slate here, them big ass numbers. Look at them numbers, man. Shit, minus 170 and for the run line. Shit, that's shit. So you gotta look at other ways that you might be able to find an edge, with a few bucks, just playing around. Noda, he grades out okay in this spot. Seth Brown is okay in this spot. Whatever. Will these guys show up? You never know. They probably won't show up. You know what I'm saying? But if they're hitting better the last 2 weeks, these are some of the guys you need to be looking at. Langeliers, Ruiz, Brown, Noda, these guys grading out well. I didn't go deep into the pitch mixes and stuff like that. Maybe that's something I'll do later on, but they grading out well for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They grading out well for a reason. After the strikeout prop, I couldn't talk you off of that. Some bats here. Let's see. For the Rays, all these Rays guys are in play, man. All these Rays guys are in play. But if you're just looking at some bats here, like I was looking at Luke Raley right here. You're gonna get some value on him. This is a value bat here if you want to look at it because Caprillion, he's giving up his worst pitches versus switches and lefties. Okay, so Raley is a bat you can look at. Outside of the usual suspects like Josh Lowe, he's a usual suspect. Hits, runs all the way up to a home run. He's one of my top bats from this game right here, Josh Lowe. But if you're looking at somebody like Luke Raley here, because you look on DraftKings, that's why I like to target my hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's see. Hits, runs, and RBIs for Raley. So, if you can catch him in the lineup, you can get that for a minus 105. Okay. What else you got here? Versus somebody like one of my top bats, which was Josh Lowe, you get his hits, runs, and RBIs. It's still a 1.5, but it's a minus 140. You know what I'm saying? So Raley, and this pitcher gives up his worst pitches to a lefty. So that's Raley, if he's in the lineup. So you can look at him as well. All right. Randy Arozarena, all this shit, all those guys are in play. You can get that for minus 115. And what else there? Who do you where's my guy? Yandy Diaz, a minus 140. I like that. Hits, runs, and RBI. As long as they 1.5s, I can't talk you off of it. So and then all these guys from the Reds, from the Athletics, their number's going to be plus. Okay, so let's just see what we got a team total for this. Let's see what the team total for Oakland is. That's going to tell us a little bit. I would say 3.5. Now, if it's 2.5, It could be 2.5. Let's see. So Tampa Bay Rays team total sitting at 5.5. 3. You get a solid 3 for Tampa. I mean for Oakland Athletics there. I guess it is what it is. All right, y'all already know it's Tampa Bay Rays or nothing, but I'm looking at other ways to, to get to them. You know what I'm saying? Other ways, other ways we can, profit or, I'm saying, skin a cat. Last game on the docket here is Miami Marlins at Seattle Mariners here. We got over under 7.5 in this spot. All right. So Lazardo, that's what I'm looking for. And that's what I'm looking at here. All right. So we're looking at Lazardo K's. Everybody want to know what's going on with Lazardo K's. Okay. So right here on FanDuel, yeah, I'm going to lean towards the over. All right. I'm going to lean towards the over. Last time I checked, it's at a minus 150. So I lean towards the over here. I'm going to give you guys a little bit why and, yada, yada, yada. 6.5 minus 148. You could tease it down the same game parlays, whatever the case may be. Now, first and foremost, let's look at props.cash. Jesus Lazardo, Seattle. So he's hit this number 7 and 5 straight games. He's been meddling around with that 6 and that all season long. Seattle, they number 3rd in striking out versus left-hand pitching. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Versus left-hand pitching, that's on the season. Versus left-hand pitching, last 30 days. K percentage. Seattle 8th. All right, so they moving a little bit. All right, last 14 days, they probably don't have a big sample size, so I probably won't look at the last 14 days. But let's take a peek at it. 123 plate appearances, still number 8th. All right, so they will strike out. That's one thing they will do. I was looking at some of the pitches and how and what pitches this guy throws, and how these guys doing against it. Let's see, Lazardo. He is overall he has a 28.3% K rate. Now he got a 35.9 K rate to lefties. All right. So when these lineups come out, you see how many lefties in that lineup. That'll help you out right there. But versus righties, it's shit still high. All right, versus righties. Okay. Barrel percentage. Now that's he's got 11.2 barrel percentage, meaning he will give up the home run. All right, he's probably giving up the most home runs to righties. He got a 12.7 barrel percentage to righties right now. All right, pitch mitch. All right, so he's throwing a lot of fastball. Everybody can hit the fastball. Let's take a look at that slider though. All right, the slider here, striking out. All right, so Julio Rodriguez, to that pitch. They got a high K rate to that one. 37 for Rodriguez, Hernandez, Kalenic, Suarez, all this red. These motherfuckers will whiff on that slider, and he's throwing that motherfucker just as much as he's throwing that fastball. Okay, so yeah, that's a decent pitch right there. That changeup I didn't even look at that changeup, but they got some people on the back end of that lineup that are that'll strike out too. So look and see who's in the lineup, shit like that. It is what it is. But I lean towards the over strikeouts. That 6.5 for sure. I like it. The numbers line up for it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing, but the numbers line up for it. You could get a push on PrizePicks. I was looking on PrizePicks. You can get a push right there at 7. You know what I'm saying? But it's 6.5. It's 6.5 on the books. Even if you want to go up to a 7.5, I don't know if you want to go to a 7.5. I don't know who's going to win this game. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a play on this game. Tell you the truth. But if you like this team to win, if you like Miami to win, then you can look at the player performance doubles if you want. But I don't know. I didn't look at Miller. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know who's going to win this game, bro. Tell you the truth, man. I didn't even put any bats to the side in this game. So I did not put any bats to the side in this game here. Some of my top home run candidates here, if you wanted to, would probably be I think I like Salvi for a home run. Josh Lowe can be a home run candidate. Oh, my favorite bat from that out. That was my favorite bat was Ellie De La Cruz from that game. I'm sorry, I went over Ellie De La Cruz. He's in my player pool. I like Ellie De La Cruz. I could. It's a lot of home runs. I probably won't do it. I might do a home run parlay today, but you know, I might do a home run parlay. It's a lot of home run candidates. Aroldis Garcia, Mike Trout. I like Mike Trout and Ohtani. Today, if I had to pick one, it would probably be Mike Trout because I looked at some of those pictures and stuff. He looked really, really good, but I couldn't talk about neither one of these guys. And then JD Davis. All right, JD Davis, Trout, Ohtani, Garcia, Young, Heim, Cruz, Lowe, Perez, motherfucker. God damn. Schwarber, Walker. Walker is fucking due. Rayleigh, McMahon. McMahon can hit one. Yeah, and it's a host of more. You know what I'm saying? Those home run parlays are really, really hard to hit, man. But all these guys here are hits, runs, and RBI candidates, though. You know what I'm saying? All these guys are hits, runs, and RBI candidates. You know, so see where it's fit, and then it is what it is. With that being said, guys, peace out. Peace.